discerning his voice. Many people say there's not a formula to hearing from God, and that is 100% true. There is no formula. Hearing from God is about relationship intimacy. The more you know someone, the closer you are with someone, the more you recognize their voice, the more you, discern their voice, because in the case of God, he's always speaking. Okay. His name is the Word of God. So he's never silent. He's always speaking. It's more a matter of us being able to discern his voice from other voices. And again, just using natural relationships as an example, you can be in a busy, grocery store, department store, and your child be a few aisles over, and there's all these loud noises and people talking, and your child can just say, "Mom," and immediately that's your child's voice. Why? Intimacy, connection, relationship. It's the same way with God. The closer you come into intimacy with him, the more you discern what's him and what's not him. Those of you who have been married a long time, it's like, again, you can look across the room and see your husband or your wife and know what they're thinking. You can know without words even, oh, they want to go, oh, they're disturbed. And why does that happen? It comes through, again, intimacy, connection, really knowing someone. And so, again, God is always speaking. Always speaking. It's a matter of discerning his voice from other voices. And then you grow in that. You learn to remain in that place. When you connect with his voice, when you discern his voice and you stay there, you can begin that dialogue. You begin that communion, that conversation, the inquiry. Okay, so it starts with discerning his voice. So then the next question is then, okay, if it comes from relationship and deepening my relationship, how do I do that? How do I grow in hearing his voice through knowing him? There is no formula. There is a posture, though. There is a posture that we take when it comes to hearing, okay? It's not a formula. It's a posture. I want to make that really clear because there are no formulas. So what is the posture? The primary posture that we have in hearing is rest. Hearing comes from rest. I'm not talking about an external rest. I'm talking about a soul and an internal rest. Hebrews 4 talks about this promised rest, this place we enter into where we're at shalom, we're calm inside, we're at rest, the traffic has stopped. The more traffic you have going on the inside of you, the more difficult it's going to be to hear. But there is a way, on the journey of going forward, there is a way, as you're maturing, I should say, and growing and discerning his voice, there is a way, you don't have to be perfected, right? In perfect rest to hear his voice. That's just not even true. But there is a starting place. There's a place that you can enter into and grow from. Okay. So rest, internal rest, even if there's lots of stuff going on around you, your world is crazy, you're upset, you're fearful, you can learn how to enter into rest where you can hear his voice. Okay. So you have to start somewhere. And so how do we enter then into that rest? How do we enter into the place of settling down? That comes from trust. Okay. So number one is rest. How do we enter into rest? Trust. A heart that trusts is at rest.